opportunity to share my story with all of you. For what it's worth, I don't know if it's that interesting or you walk away with anything after this, but hopefully I can give you just a little bit more information about what we do. So I think two and a half years ago, I started working on a new idea, and it was called Blaze Jobs. Blaze Jobs to us was us solving a problem in the high turnover hiring industry and providing a mobile resource for the employees to use to interact with companies. So along with that, it was a year build. We worked on pulling resources together, getting our team together, and had a lot of bumps in the road. We had bumps with people, we had bumps with development, we had bumps with funding, we had bumps with timelines, we had bumps with everything basically. And that just ended up becoming a norm. So where I am today, I don't think that there's any perfect roadmap. I don't think that you can push a product to market or push a team to market or an idea or a business or a company without any kind of hiccups or fallbacks, basically. So I personally learned a lot working on the Blaze Jobs platform. One of the things we did is we built this team and we really wanted to push it to market. We were going full force and we were going to be the startup around this whole hiring, staffing resource company, and then eventually we build on that. It's really easy and also kind of hard because you just get really, really excited about where the next build is going to be, and you get stuck in this building phase. And then when we were finished with the product, it was kind of like, well, where are we now? We had set up a really, really large marketing plan, all based on our first going to market timeline, and then we just bulldozed right through that by 6 months. So we had to change everything, and then changing everything changed our marketing plan, it changed people that we were going to utilize, ended up dropping by the wayside, just kind of everything transitioned for us. So a couple things that we did really, really well. We built a really, really good product. We built a really good team of developers to build a product. What I realized is that we were really, really good builders through this process. We were also really good once we removed people that were inhibiting our timelines. We were really good at timelines after that. So right now we are not called Blaze Jobs because we made a pivot and we are Smalltalk Code. So because I realized that we were really, really good builders, I needed to keep building somehow. With the Blaze Jobs platform, it was one of those things where we were going to market, we had a lot of great opportunities, we were featured in Chicago at the National Restaurant Association, and then our going to market plan we didn't have the right team for it. So I think it's one of those things, like as entrepreneurs, we reach a moment where you almost have to step back and just pause. So I would say pausing and balance has been something I've been working on the past year. Because it's really, as an entrepreneur, you get obsessed, right? You have to be obsessed for so long because otherwise you're not going to wake up at 6 in the morning and start working on stuff. You have to be that level of obsessed, but I think the level of obsession, it clouds things a little bit and doesn't give you the clarity to see maybe where the product and market fit is. So with Blaze Jobs, what I was looking at after we did all of our things coming out of May and coming back from Chicago is I realized, one, we were going to have to go into fundraising mode to be able to push it to market like it needed to be pushed to market, because we had gone through most of that money at that point. And then two, I needed to step away from Blaze Jobs for like 5 seconds, just so I could get some clarity. I think it's one of those things that people don't really understand want to be licensing it more, and we're working on that. We're still having conversations. But I didn't, 2 years ago, I didn't even think about licensing software. It wasn't on the roadmap. I didn't even understand that. And I wasn't there. As for me being inside of Blaze Jobs, I couldn't get to that next step. So when I stepped back, I decided if I was going to step back, we still needed to have cash flow. So I decided to repurpose all of our development team, and at that point, just from networking, doing things like this, just connecting with people locally, or at this point we have a pretty nationwide network as well. We were asked to work on a couple other projects, so I said, that's what we're going to do. So we ended up taking on a couple other products, and we have rebranded ourselves as Smalltalk Code. And we did that in June 1st was our first day. June 1st, I hired on our first full-time employees, and took on our new projects. And that's, at that point, I have always, I guess, kind of been a little bit of a risk taker, and decided that these are the things that we needed in order to move forward, and we have just kind of figured it out since then. So there's three things really that I would say mold a project or a company, and I think it's your people, resources, and mentors. People are, there's a lot of things that I've learned personally from people in other industries than what I'm in. There's some basic functionalities and principles of business that are just cross-platform for us. The thing is, I mean, understanding cash flow, that's every business understands that. I've spent a lot of time talking to a lot of other business owners that, in my eyes, were at a successful point that I felt like I could learn from. That's the other thing. There's a lot of people I know as you're kind of doing business that I mean, they provide a lot of white noise. There's a lot of people that say they can help you with your business, and they really, to me, you have to have proven it to be able to help me. And so there's a lot of sifting through who's the best resources or people for you as well. As far as resources, I think one of the best things that we've done is we're really, really, really good to our people that work for us. We pay people on time. We respect them. We listen to them, and we always make sure that when we're putting someone on a project, that's the time limit. If we go over, there's some kind of renegotiation or payment for that extra time. I know from talking to a lot of our contractors that a lot of people don't get paid, and that's one of our biggest things is we pay our people. Some of these things are really simple. As far as mentors, I think Oklahoma City, one of my things is if you can't do business in Oklahoma City, you're just not trying. It is so easy. Everyone wants to help you. I mean, all these people in this room, I think a lot of you are here because you're offering advice or time or something. It's amazing. And I don't know, I haven't been in other cities at this type of level, but I think this is something really special. We foster this environment that it's just, it trickles down. I don't think anyone gets anywhere by themselves. I think that we all have been built up by advice, time, effort, handouts from other people. I'm looking at faces in here, and I know a lot of you I've met at different times and asked for things. So I want to say thank you. I appreciate that, and I do my best to kind of return that as well. I know there's a lot of discussion as far as mentors, and I think the main question is like, how do you get mentors? There's not like a website. You don't just find someone. My school of thought is you literally just reach out to people and just start the conversation. Lots of coffee shops. Everyone loves coffee. That's why we're here. Just start the conversation. I ask a lot of questions. I never know what it is. I mean, sometimes I do know what it is I want from someone, but I'll walk out with something different for the most of the times. There's always someone can either someone or they can provide what you're looking for, especially in Oklahoma City because it's like the 6 degrees of separation is really like 2 or 3, which is, it's kind of handy. I would say, and I'm looking, sorry at the time, I won't run too much over, one of the number one things that I feel like has contributed to me and our company and allowed us to pivot is just always self-educating. I read a lot. I have my project managers. I'm working with them on some, I guess it's like my own kind of bizarre schooling. Because I really want them to understand that there's other things outside of just what we're doing, because there's a lot of things that we can pull in. I feel like some of the most successful companies have been where they made hybrid solutions and pulled it out of another industry on a